In the inaugural year of the 10,000 Races War, an unfathomable number of demons descended upon Earth, transforming the planet into a sprawling battlefield encompassing a myriad of races. Despite humanity boasting a fraction of awakened individuals with extraordinary abilities, their numerical inferiority and lack of sufficient combat prowess swiftly placed them at a disadvantage. Resorting to the utilization of firearms and nuclear armaments, humanity scrambled to erect 10 defensive lines in a desperate bid to stave off the relentless assaults of the 10,000 clans. Over the span of a decade, 2 of humanity's defensive bulwarks succumbed to the unyielding onslaught, plunging the fate of the human race into ever more precarious depths. Faced with an increasingly dire situation, humanity found itself compelled to wage a relentless battle against the inexorable tide of the 10,000 races. The toll exacted by this protracted conflict is staggering, with the Eastern Human Alliance alone tallying over 1 million military casualties since the war's inception. As ammunition dwindles and the ranks of supernaturally endowed individuals swell, the landscape of warfare undergoes a profound evolution, presenting humanity with both new challenges and unforeseen opportunities for survival and triumph. As nations recognize the indispensable role of these gifted individuals on the battlefield, a strategic shift towards their enlistment became paramount in the quest to reclaim territories and ensure the survival of humanity. To this end, the imperative to expand the scale of these legions and commit wholeheartedly to war became increasingly apparent. Thus, in the 10th year of the 10,000 Races conflict, the country of Hua embarked on the largest-scale conscription effort in its storied history. This monumental undertaking commenced in the industrial hub of the northern frontier, a pivotal city within the Eastern Alliance. Amidst this backdrop, the narrative transitions to a solemn ceremony unfolding in the northern frontier, presided over by a venerable mayor. Behind the mayor, poignant images of fallen heroes from the war serve as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made. With fervor and conviction, the veteran mayor addresses a gathering of students, extolling the valor and selflessness of those commemorated individuals who stood as pillars of strength for both Yi City and the nation of Hua. With the recent loss of the 9th Defense Line, the mayor underscores the precariousness of their situation, warning that should the 10,000 clans breach their defenses anew, Yi City will undoubtedly bear the brunt of the ensuing devastation. In a solemn address, the veteran mayor announces the Eastern Alliance's imminent mobilization of 1 million individuals endowed with supernatural abilities for a decisive counterattack against the 10,000 races. Turning to the assembled students, the mayor poses a crucial question. What role should the younger generation of Yi City assume in this critical juncture? Stirred by patriotic fervor, the students resoundingly declare their commitment to defend their homeland, its majestic landscapes, and its cherished heritage. Eager to join the ranks on the front line, they clamor to enlist, embodying an unwavering resolve to confront the enemy head-on. Amidst this fervent atmosphere, attention turns to Nan Ziying, the protagonist of our narrative. As Nan Ziying's information is read aloud, detailing their age, lack of awakened supernatural ability, and current pursuit of architectural studies at Yi City Industrial University, the instructor queries Nan Ziying's decision regarding enlistment. To the surprise of many, Nan Ziying opts not to join the frontline combat forces, instead choosing to contribute to the war effort through logistical support. This unexpected decision underscores the diverse roles and responsibilities essential for the success of any military campaign. The revelation of Nan Ziying's decision sends shockwaves through the gathered students, prompting inquiries from classmates curious about Nan Ziying's reluctance to join the frontline ranks. Some express surprise, suggesting that roles in logistics are typically assigned to those deemed less fit for direct combat, such as women, children, and the elderly. Amidst murmurs of disapproval, classmates label Nan Ziying's choice as an act of cowardice. They point out Nan Ziying's robust health and outstanding academic achievements, emphasizing the urgent need for more personnel on the front lines during this pivotal moment in the nation's history. Reminding Nan Ziying of the collective shame felt when the 10,000 races breached the defenses, classmates appeal to Nan Ziying's sense of duty and honor. Despite the impassioned pleas from peers urging Nan Ziying to reconsider, the resolve remains steadfast. As tensions escalate, the veteran mayor intervenes, urging the students to maintain composure. Emphasizing that enlistment is voluntary and driven by personal conviction and a sense of duty, the mayor encourages respect for individual choices and service to the greater cause. The veteran mayor's address underscores the voluntary nature of enlistment, allowing students to make their own choices. Upon noticing Nan Ziying's academic excellence, the mayor expresses regret at the potential waste of talent, urging Nan Ziying to depart. As Nan Ziying leaves amidst disparaging remarks from peers, the scene transitions to the following day, where the assembled forces prepare for departure amidst a flurry of activity. Helicopters hover overhead, while ground troops board trucks amidst resounding cheers for their impending victory on the front lines. Meanwhile, Nan Ziying reads news reports detailing the Eastern Alliance's monumental counterattack against the 10,000 clans. However, the spotlight shifts dramatically as Nan Ziying's name trends as a rookie who refused frontline deployment, sparking widespread condemnation. Despite the efficient functioning of the logistics department, public sentiment casts Nan Ziying as a coward for their decision. The discourse surrounding the decision to remain behind underscores a prevailing sentiment that young individuals shirking frontline duties are evading their generational responsibilities. Amidst the inundation of critical commentary, Nan Ziying reflects on the dichotomy between heroism and peril inherent in the impending conflict. While acknowledging the valor of those poised for frontline deployment, Nan Ziying perceives the gathering of 1 million troops as an optimistic yet potentially misguided endeavor, underestimating the formidable might of the alien forces. Drawing from personal experience in a previous life, Nan Ziying recalls a journey from early enlistment to frontline combat and eventual ascension to the rank of war commander, where strategic acumen was honed. Faced with humanity's inexorable retreat, Nan Ziying's dedication shifted towards the mastery of 5 major talents, culminating in the implantation of corresponding talent trees within. The envisioned synergy of these talents held the promise of reversing the tide of war, yet the abruptness of humanity's defeat truncated Nan Ziying's efforts before fruition. Nan Ziying's demise at the hands of one of the 10,000 race's most formidable adversaries leaves him grievously wounded, grappling with regret over the untimely realization of his potential. Reflecting on the pivotal role his talents could have played in safeguarding humanity, Nan Ziying ponders whether fate or an unrelenting obsession drove his rebirth. Remarkably, upon reincarnation, Nan Ziying finds that the 5 talent trees implanted within him have been preserved intact. These talents form the cornerstone of his renewed purpose. The first, the beast-taming talent tree, grants Nan Ziying the ability to tame and command multiple beasts simultaneously, augmenting their abilities and exerting control over mutant creatures. The elemental talent tree, the second in his arsenal, endows Nan Ziying with mastery over forbidden elemental spells, including those of water, fire, phoenix, lightning, and beyond. The potency of these spells escalates with the expenditure of greater elemental energy. The third, the Azura talent tree, offers a path to unparalleled ferocity, with each kill fueling a berserk amplification. Through ultimate focus, one can transcend into an Azura, capable of decimating legions of enemies with ease. Nan Ziying's arsenal of talents extends further with the inclusion of the formation talent tree, a mastery over diverse formations with limitless stacking capabilities, promising the release of boundless power. Completing the quintet is the undead talent tree, endowed with the ability to summon undead entities whose strength correlates directly with the expenditure of resources. Despite the daunting prospect of upgrading these talents, requiring significant reserves of source stones and time, Nan Ziying approaches the task with unwavering enthusiasm. With the conviction that maximizing these 5 talents and devising strategies spanning vast distances will render Nan Ziying an indomitable force, even amidst the collapse of all defense lines or facing the 10,000 races alone. The belief in safeguarding humanity remains steadfast. However, Nan Ziying acknowledges the current limitations. Venturing to the battlefield would yield few victories against the alien races and hamper the accumulation of the necessary source stones for talent upgrades, potentially stunting Nan Ziying's skill development prematurely. Nan Ziying perceives the quickest means to amass a substantial quantity of source stones lies within the treacherous terrain of the trail grounds. Teeming with a multitude of mutant beasts, these grounds present an opportune environment for gathering the resources necessary to advance his talents. Recognizing the urgency of this endeavor, Nan Ziying resolves to hasten his acquisition of source stones for talent upgrades. Upon arrival at the rear trail grounds of E-City Branch, elders and women now toil alongside one another, lamenting the absence of youths who have departed for the front line, leaving the training grounds deserted. Their efforts focus on converting mutant beasts into provisions for the soldiers stationed at the front lines. Amidst this environment, Nan Ziying witnesses the exchange between Xiao Lu and Andy Wan, expressing concern for each other's well-being amidst the shortage of manpower and Xiao Lu's injury. Offering his assistance in handling the mutant monsters, Nan Ziying acknowledges the shortage of staff plaguing the trail grounds. Xiaolu expresses enthusiasm at Nan Ziying's offer of assistance, alleviating their concerns about the shortage of staff. Leading Nan Ziying to the changing room, Annie Wang observes the arrival of a young man at an unusual time, initially puzzled by his presence. However, upon recognizing Nan Ziying from recent news reports detailing his refusal to join the front line, Annie Wang's realization dawns. Inside the training grounds, Xiaolu acquaints Nan Ziying with the alloy sword designated for combating mutant beasts, cautioning him about their ferocity. Expressing gratitude for the warning, Nan Ziying assures Xiaolu of his vigilance. As Nan Ziying enters the training grounds, Xiaolu reflects on the newfound opportunity to expedite progress. Despite Nan Ziying's reserved demeanor, Xiaolu muses on his striking appearance. Andy Wang playfully admonishes Xiaolu's daydreaming, emphasizing that Nan Ziying's handsomeness holds no bearing on their current tasks. Xiaolu is taken aback upon learning of Nan Ziying's perceived cowardice, prompting Annie Wang to voice skepticism regarding Nan Ziying's capability to confront mutant beasts given his reluctance to join the front lines. Anticipating Nan Ziying's eventual discontent and desire to withdraw, Annie Wang harbors doubts about his resolve. As Nan Ziying steps into the training ground, a notification prompts him to embark on a Level A trail, with no prior trail records found. Nan Ziying confirms his readiness to commence the challenge. With the initiation of the Level A trail, the door opens, unleashing a horde of mutants. A subsequent notification warns of an impending dark night with no retreat for humanity, posing the question of whether Nan Ziying is prepared to become a shadow in the night, enduring countless curses for the sake of humanity's future. After a deep breath, Nan Ziying affirms his willingness. Facing the advancing monsters, Nan Ziying resolves to employ his beast-taming talent as the starting point of his trial. Nan Ziying reflects on the aftermath of the 10,000 Races invasion, noting the proliferation of mutated animals imbued with spiritual energy. Recalling experiences from his past life on the front line, Nan Ziying encountered not only the 10,000 Races but also formidable mutant beasts like the umbrella bird. Armed with knowledge of its weakness, the vulnerable spot behind its head, Nan Ziying swiftly dispatches the bird with a precise strike before extracting a source stone from its remains. Reflecting on the talent upgrade mechanism akin to his previous life, Nan Ziying surmises that each kill yields a source stone, facilitating talent enhancement. With each upgrade, Nan Ziying gains the capacity to tame additional mutant beasts. Though sustaining minor injuries from the encounter, Nan Ziying remains resolute in his ability to endure such wounds. Strategizing to avoid vital points during combat, Nan Ziying maintains confidence in his capacity to prevail. Navigating through the swarm of mutant monsters with efficiency, Nan Ziying systematically dispatches each umbrella bird that converges upon him. As he observes an increase in both his effectiveness and the number of mutants he can tame, Nan Ziying's confidence grows. However, his focus is abruptly diverted as he identifies the leader among the umbrella birds. Assessing his physical condition, Nan Ziying recognizes the challenge posed by confronting the formidable creature head-on. Opting for a strategic retreat from the bird's attack range, Nan Ziying acknowledges the necessity of avoiding direct confrontation. Seizing a fleeting opportunity, Nan Ziying targets the bird's weak point, only to find it resilient against his assault. Retreating once more, Nan Ziying contemplates the enhanced durability displayed by the umbrella bird, which surpasses his recollection from his previous life. This realization prompts Nan Ziying to reassess his approach to the encounter. Undeterred by the challenges, Nan Ziying persists in his efforts to strike at the umbrella bird once more. Meanwhile, outside the gates of the training grounds, Andy Wang and Andy Li engage in conversation while Xiaolu queries their absence from the cafeteria during break time. Andy Li expresses concern that Nan Ziying may attempt to abscond, citing the dire situation at the front lines where City's proximity to the conflict mirrors that of the front line. Andy Wang agrees, emphasizing the need to prevent Nan Ziying from causing any disruptions, noting her readiness to intervene if necessary. Xiaolu remarks on the perceived similarity in difficulty between the level trail and the front line. Their discussion is interrupted by an announcement declaring Nan Ziying's completion of the first floor of the A-level trail. Surprised by the revelation, Andy Wang assumes Nan Ziying may have attempted to flee, only to be astonished when Nan Ziying emerges from the trail room, bearing injuries but having achieved a new record for clearing the first floor. Andy Wang, visibly surprised by Nan Ziying's appearance, inquires how he ended up in such a state. Nan Ziying confirms that he has indeed passed the first trial, prompting Andy Wang's astonishment. Before leaving, Nan Ziying informs them that the bodies of the demons can now be processed. Xiaolu, upon hearing this, turns around to witness a multitude of demon beast carcasses. Meanwhile, Nan Ziying, while taking a shower, reflects on the progress made, deeming it just barely adequate as the experience required for leveling up has significantly increased. With the ability to now tame up to 2,000 beasts, Nan Ziying realizes that achieving Beast Tamer level 3 solely on the first floor of the Trail Tower may not suffice. As an announcement regarding the impending offensive round by the Human Alliance echoes through the airwaves, Nan Ziying learns of the arrival of level 7 super ability holder, Son of Thunder Punishment, and level 6 super ability holder, Flame Giant, at the front line. Reflecting on his past life, Nan Ziying recalls the unfortunate fate of the Son of Thunder Punishment and the Flame Giant, whose eventual defeat on the battlefield exacerbated frontline losses. With the 8th defense line teetering on the brink of collapse, Nan Ziying senses the urgency to expedite his preparations, recognizing the race against time that ensues. Determined to forego rest, Nan Ziying resolves to ascend to the second floor of the trial tower without delay. At the entry point of the trail gate, Annie Wong expresses surprise at Nan Ziying's successful passage through the trial, though she anticipates he will require an extensive period of rest given his injuries. Auntie Lee acknowledges Nan Ziying's dedication, highlighting the rarity of passing a level trial and commending his efforts. Auntie Wong cautions against overly ambitious endeavors, advocating for gradual progression. Concerned about Nan Ziying's recovery time, she wonders how many days he will need to recuperate from such severe injuries. Auntie Lee is taken aback upon seeing Nan Ziying's condition. Addressing him, Annie Wong questions Nan Ziying's decision to proceed to the second floor after completing the tasks on the first floor. Nan Ziying explains his intention to continue the trial on the second floor. Concerned, Annie Wong questions the purpose behind Nan Ziying's actions, expressing disbelief that he would undertake such a challenge with severe injuries. Xiaolu advises Nan Ziying to postpone his ascent to the second floor, citing the presence of formidable mutant beasts. Xiaolu offers to find assistance for Nan Ziying, a suggestion echoed by Andy Wong, who highlights the formidable nature of the ox-tiger beast on the second floor. Expressing gratitude, Nan Ziying insists on proceeding alone. Undeterred, he ascends to the second floor. Observing Nan Ziying's determination, Andy Wong questions why, if Nan Ziying is truly capable, he doesn't opt to join the front line instead. In the midst of the situation, Xiaolu contemplates Nan Ziying's apparent lack of fear towards death, surmising that he may not be one to shy away from danger by remaining in the rear. Inside the second floor of the trial tower, a multitude of beasts converge before Nan Ziying. As he prepares to engage, Nan Ziying acknowledges the heightened intensity of the second floor compared to the first. With a swift strike, Nan Ziying manages to dispatch several beasts, yet he is caught off guard as one strikes him from behind, sending him tumbling across the floor. Despite the setback, Nan Ziying quickly regains his footing, recognizing his disadvantage in size and strength. Conscious of his injuries, Nan Ziying understands the importance of avoiding direct confrontations. As the beasts converge upon him once more, Nan Ziying adeptly evades their attacks and retaliates by leaping onto one of the beasts, swiftly dispatching it with a well-aimed strike to the head. As the remaining beasts begin to regroup, Nan Ziying devises a strategy. Recognizing that level 2 mutant beasts fall within the range of creatures he can tame, Nan Ziying resolves to tame them first before confronting them directly. Utilizing his beast taming talent, known as Awaken, Nan Ziying conjures a large red mana circle beneath the mutant beasts, causing them to collapse to the ground. Satisfied with his success in subduing the beasts, Nan Ziying contemplates the next step in his progression. Determined to advance swiftly, he sets his sights on achieving level 3 in one continuous effort. The scene transitions to 3 days later at the rear trail grounds of City's branch, where workers are bustling about, transporting the meat of the mutant beasts. With no available space remaining, a worker declares an end to the day's efforts. Meanwhile, Nan Ziying sits in a corner, having achieved level 6 in his ability to tame beasts. Reflecting on his progress, Nan Ziying notes that within just 3 days, he has vanquished over 10,000 beasts, a significantly more efficient endeavor than his experiences on the front line. With his beast taming talent now at level 6, Nan Ziying contemplates venturing into the wilderness, an environment where even level 5 ability holders struggle to navigate safely. Despite the rarity of direct attacks on the city by beasts due to the presence of super ability holders and firearms, Nan Ziying views taming these creatures as pivotal to his strategy against the 10,000 races. An elderly man approaches Nan Ziying, inquiring about the possibility of workers working overtime to transport another batch of supplies, emphasizing his willingness to contribute to the frontline efforts by working overtime whenever necessary. Nan Ziying politely declines the offer from the old man, stating that he needs to leave early today. Observing Nan Ziying's departure, Annie Wong remarks that Nan Ziying seems to be giving up after just a few days. In response, another worker defends Nan Ziying, acknowledging the significant progress made in the trail tower thanks to his efforts. Despite Annie Wong's dismissive attitude, the worker insists that Nan Ziying is performing admirably. Xiaolu approaches Nan Ziying and informs him that the workers have managed to catch up with the backlog in the trail tower. Advising Nan Ziying to take a well-deserved break due to his recent hard work, Xiaolu expresses gratitude for Nan Ziying's efforts. Nan Ziying appreciates the sentiment but mentions that he has somewhere to be. Upon hearing this, Xiaolu encourages Nan Ziying to rest and assures him that he won't be detained any longer. As the scene shifts outside to the campsite of the Eastern Human Alliance, trucks return from the front line carrying wounded individuals. Observing the influx of wounded individuals requiring medical attention in U-City at the 5th Defense Line, Nan Ziying discerns that the situation at the front line is dire. Sensing the imminent collapse of the defense line, Nan Ziying wastes no time and prepares to venture into the wilderness. Meanwhile, the trucks of the Alliance forces come to a halt in the wilderness, where a soldier assesses that the brakes require repairs, necessitating some time. Yellow-haired woman decides to leave the truck overnight due to the presence of mutant wolves nearby, prioritizing safety. As the soldier prepares to retrieve his gear and return to the truck, yellow-haired girl spots a figure running towards the wilderness. Concerned, she questions who would venture outside the city at this hour. Then we see that it's Nan Ziying. Yellow-haired girl warns Nan Ziying to be cautious, cautioning him about the presence of dangerous mutant giant wolves ahead. As the scenario unfolds, the black-haired girl informs the yellow-haired girl about the director's repeated calls, emphasizing the urgency of delivering medicines to the swamped city hospital, inundated with wounded from the front lines. Despite the pressing need, the yellow-haired girl expresses reservations about traversing the wilderness safely, especially as someone is seen venturing alone into its depths. The black-haired girl highlights the perilous nature of the area, citing it as a den of mutant giant wolves. She stresses the vulnerability of the medical herb collection team in the face of such threats. Concerned by the unfolding events, the yellow-haired girl prepares to return to the track. Suddenly, a cry for help pierces the air, prompting her to glance outside and witness soldiers under attack. As they prepare to retaliate, a mutant wolf emerges from the front of the car. Swiftly taking action, the black-haired girl steps forward, neutralizing the threat with her firearm. The sound of gunfire echoes, heightening the tension of the situation. As Nan Ziying registers the distant sound of commotion emanating from the direction of the medical herb collection team, he pivots to realize the dire situation unfolding. Not only are the mutant wolves launching an assault on the medical herb collection team, but a separate pack is also ambushing Nan Ziying's position. Nan Ziying acknowledges this unexpected turn of events, recognizing it as potentially advantageous, given the heightened intelligence of the beast due to the increased concentration of spiritual energy. Meanwhile, he finds himself completely encircled by the mutant wolves. Switching back to the herb collection team, the black-haired girl, sensing the imminent danger, cautions Xiaonan, the yellow-haired girl, to exercise caution. Whether they choose to eliminate or repel the mutant wolves, the black-haired girl advises seizing the opportunity to resume driving. Xiaonan confidently asserts her capability to handle the situation. Returning to Nan Ziying's perspective, he swiftly dispatches several mutant wolves with a single decisive strike. As the dust settles, Nan Ziying ponders the whereabouts of the alpha wolf, contemplating its potential significance in the unfolding confrontation. Contemplating the pivotal moment at hand, Nan Ziying realizes that by neutralizing the wolf pack, he could potentially save the besieged medical team. As the tension mounts, the imposing figure of the mutant wolf king emerges at the forefront of the pack. Reacting swiftly, Nan Ziying activates his beast-taming talent, Awaken, causing all the mutant wolves to submit to his command. With the wolf king looming behind them, Nan Ziying vaults over the assembled wolves and directs his taming spell towards the formidable leader. In a remarkable turn of events, the once aggressive wolves begin to exhibit signs of submission, lowering their heads in deference. Meanwhile, at the herb collection team's location, the black-haired girl opens fire, signaling Xiaonan to prepare for their escape through the now docile wolves. However, to Xiaonan's astonishment, The vehicle fails to start, leaving them stranded amidst the encroaching pack. Amidst the growing sense of despair, the black-haired girl resigns to their fate, anticipating an imminent attack from the wolves. The girl with black hair was completely puzzled. She couldn't figure out what was happening. She began to doubt her own eyesight. Why were those mutant wolves looking kinda cute? It just didn't make sense to her. As the wolves, previously intent on attacking, retreat back into the wilderness, leaving the herb collection team unharmed. Perplexed by the sudden turn of events, both the black-haired girl and Nan struggle to comprehend the scene unfolding before them. In the wilderness, Nan Ziying stands atop a rock, surrounded by the assembled pack of mutant wolves, including the formidable Wolf King. As Nan and the black-haired girl arrive atop their vehicle, Nan's realization dawns. The once aggressive mutant giant wolves have been tamed. The black-haired girl, astonished by the sight, marvels at the singular feat of a lone individual taming such a vast number of wolves, questioning the level of expertise required for such a remarkable achievement. Meanwhile, Nan Ziying, seated calmly on a nearby rock, reflects on his newfound companions. Having successfully tamed a staggering 1,000 steel giant wolves, Nan Ziying ascends to the esteemed level 7 of beast taming proficiency. Surprised by the unexpected development, Nan Ziying notes the remarkable obedience displayed by the now tamed wolves. With a sense of authority, Nan Ziying commands the wolves to disperse temporarily, to be summoned at his behest when needed. Addressing the Wolf King directly, Nan Ziying imparts a crucial instruction to refrain from attacking humans, thus establishing a mutual understanding between man and beast. Considering the broader strategic implications, Nan Ziying acknowledges the existence of 3 additional uninhabited regions near Yi City, with countless more dispersed across distant territories. Recognizing the necessity of taming and subduing all mutant beasts within these areas, Nan Ziying contemplates the monumental task ahead. As part of his ambitious battle plan, Nan Ziying envisions assembling an army comprising over 10 million mutant beasts, a formidable force crucial for humanity's defense against the encroaching threat. Moreover, Nan Ziying emphasizes the importance of securing the path for the medical herb collection team, recognizing their role in sustaining the frontline efforts. Amidst these deliberations, Nan Ziying receives an urgent message summoning him to an emergency meeting at the factory. Intrigued by the sudden development, Nan Ziying ponders the nature of the situation awaiting him at the factory, preparing to address any unforeseen challenges that may arise. The focus shifts to the trail grounds at Yi City branch, where a senior officer arrives to address the veteran major. Expressing disappointment, the officer remarks that the performance of Yi City branch has been subpar. Initially expecting rapid progress to alleviate pressure from the front line, the officer laments that even with slightly higher-level mutant beasts, Yi City branch seems to struggle. In response, the veteran major explains that dealing with mutant beasts of level 4 and above is a new challenge for Yi City, compounded by the influx of elderly citizens from the rear who currently occupy the city's factory. Adjusting to handle these advanced threats may require additional time. However, the officer emphasizes the urgency of the situation, highlighting the frontline troops near starvation and the dwindling stockpile of mutant beasts in the rear to support military needs. It's clear they must swiftly address the challenge posed by these higher-level mutant beasts. Upon hearing this, the veteran major assures the superior officer that they will increase the deployment of personnel from Yi City to tackle this daunting challenge. However, the superior officer remains critical, expressing frustration that he had observed the entire Yi City branch for half a day without finding anyone useful. In response, Xiaolu defends their efforts, explaining that the mutant beasts, nearing level 4, already surpass Yi City's current capacity. Nevertheless, the superior officer insists that Yi City is impeding progress, citing the first deserter originating from their ranks. He further accuses the people of Yi City of irresponsibility, unable to shoulder significant responsibilities. Annie Wang, incensed by these accusations, voices her discontent, recounting the sacrifices her family made for the country. She vehemently defends the dedication of Yi City's workers, highlighting their relentless efforts to maintain the supply schedule under challenging circumstances. Outraged by the officer's disregard for the efforts of the people, Andy Wang condemns his careless remark, questioning how he could devalue their hard work with a single statement. As tension rises, a bodyguard of the superior officer moves to attack, but before any harm is done, Nan Ziying swiftly intervenes, incapacitating the assailant with a single decisive strike. The sudden appearance of Nan Ziying elicits relief and joy among the onlookers. Even the veteran mayor is taken aback by Nan Ziying's presence, pondering whether Nan Ziying has awakened his latent talents, considering his remarkable feat of defeating a level 5 ability holder with such ease. However, the superior officer, perturbed by Nan Ziying's interference and apparent disrespect, demands to know his identity. Upon seeing the officer, Nan Ziying recognizes him as Lin Yukai, the notorious profiteer known as the blood leech of the supply line. In Nan Ziying's previous life, Lin Yukai was infamous for trafficking various military supplies from the rear to the front line, profiting from the ongoing war. Amidst the unfolding confrontation, Nan Ziying reflects on Lin Yucai's notorious past, recalling how he had caused significant losses before being exposed. Nan Ziying surmises that Lin Yukai likely targeted City's processing capabilities, intending to exploit the operation to profit further while neglecting the city's responsibilities. It comes as no surprise to Nan Ziying that Lin Yukai is involved, realizing that he must address this issue. However, Nan Ziying decides to first deplete Lin Yucai's resources before confronting him directly. Asserting the workers' innocence, Nan Ziying emphasizes that they are not rebels seeking trouble, nor are they as irresponsible as Lin Yukai portrays them. The workers echo Nan Ziying's sentiments, questioning Lin Yucai's intentions and what more he expects from them. Lin Yukai, feeling uneasy, realizes that his assumptions about Yi City were flawed. It still harbors individuals with power and resolve. Recognizing Nan Ziying, Lin Yukai identifies him as the deserter featured in recent news reports, adding a layer of tension to the encounter. In a tense exchange, Lin Yukai accuses Nan Ziying of refusing conscription and attacking a soldier, threatening to execute him on the spot. Unfazed, Nan Ziying dismisses the threat but highlights the consequences, his role in processing tens of thousands of mutant beasts at the trail tower. He emphasizes that his demise would impede the supply progress even further. The revelation shocks both the veteran major and Lin Yukai. Nan Ziying elaborates on the challenges posed by high-level mutant beasts, which affect human minds with their malignant energy, and explains why Lin Yukai sought assistance from Yi City. Despite his willingness to take on the task, Nan Ziying acknowledges the officer's intent to eliminate him. Lin Yukai realizes that a deserter in Yi City possesses knowledge of mutant beasts, leading to a shift in the power dynamics. Observing the reactions of those present, Lin Yukai finds Nan Ziying's claims credible and decides to go along with it. He expresses cautious optimism, hoping Nan Ziying speaks the truth. Lin Yukai then pledges to send 5,000 level 4 mutant beasts to Yi City's trail grounds the following day, setting a week as the deadline for Nan Ziying to process them. If successful, Nan Ziying will be pardoned. Otherwise, Lin Yukai vows to settle all debts. With that, Lin Yukai departs, leaving the workers curious about Nan Ziying's decision to accept the military pledge. Concerns arise about the consequences if Nan Ziying fails. Xiaolu questions Nan Ziying's ability to handle the mutants alone, prompting reassurance from Nan Ziying that he can manage the task. While acknowledging the challenges ahead, Nan Ziying contemplates the formidable nature of the 4th-level mutant beasts. These creatures possess formidable defenses and potent mental disruption capabilities, making them among the most challenging adversaries. However, Nan Ziying recognizes the value not only in their utility as supplies but also in their materials. Reflecting on Lin Yucai's relentless pursuit of profit, Nan Ziying sees an opportunity amidst the adversity. These creatures serve as ideal subjects for enhancing Nan Ziying's Azura talent. Nan Ziying devises a plan to first eliminate all the beasts provided by Lin Yukai, then leverage their essence to bolster his own abilities. Ultimately, Nan Ziying intends to eradicate Lin Yukai and his associates, severing their influence once and for all. The scene unfolds onto the following day, where a vigilant guard approaches the officer with urgent news. 5,000 4th-level mutant beasts have been successfully delivered. Without delay, the officer addresses the gathered city dwellers, informing them that logistics soldier Nan Ziying has been entrusted with the monumental task of processing these creatures. The weight of responsibility is palpable as the officer imposes a strict deadline of 1 week, citing wartime regulations. Moreover, Nan Ziying is reminded of his subjugation to the authority of military supply officer Lin Yukai. However, tension simmers beneath the surface as the officer accuses Nan Ziying of insubordination, referencing worker riots and an attack on an officer. Any delay in fulfilling this mandate will result in additional charges, with immediate consequences. Xiaolu and the elders recoil in disbelief at the severity of the situation. In a bid to justify his actions, The officer reminds the assembly of his compliance with military orders the previous day. It's a sobering reminder of the unyielding authority they must navigate in these turbulent times. It falls upon the officer's solemn duty to personally oversee the apprehension of Nan Ziying. With a weighty list in hand, the officer confronts Nan Ziying, whose demeanor is stern and resolute. Nan Ziying challenges the officer's authority, dismissing his words as mere messenger's chatter. A tense exchange ensues, interrupted briefly by a concerned guard attempting to intervene. However, the officer gestures for restraint, choosing instead to exhibit a surprising degree of compassion towards their impending target. Assuring Nan Ziying of his presence, the officer pledges to await his return. Xiao Lu interjects with crucial information, highlighting the necessity of anesthesia smoke in handling these formidable mutant beasts. Yet, the scarcity of such resources in Yi City compounds the already daunting task. Nan Ziying reassures Xiao Lu, promising to exercise utmost caution. As tensions simmer, the guard issues a stark warning. These fourth-level mutant beasts possess formidable mental abilities, rendering them exceedingly dangerous. It's a sobering reminder of the perilous nature of his mission. The guard watches Nan Ziying's confidence with a puzzled expression, pondering whether Nan Ziying possesses psychic abilities. The officer, however, dispels such notions, revealing that Nan Ziying had been previously tested for psychic sensitivity without any discernible reaction. Despite this, the officer acknowledges the formidable mental prowess of the fourth-level mutant beasts, which even they find overwhelming. Deciding to withhold immediate action against Nan Ziying, the officer harbors doubts about his ability to confront these powerful creatures. Yet, a calculating thought crosses his mind, the prospect of claiming Nan Ziying's possessions once they're removed from duty. With the directive from Boss Lin Yukai to supervise, the officer sees an opportunity to benefit from Nan Ziying's downfall. Assured of the guard's loyalty, the officer instructs them to report faithfully to Boss Lin Yukai. With a nod of affirmation, the guard assures the officer of his commitment to honesty in reporting. The scene transitions to Nan Ziying, poised to confront the menacing mutant beasts, unaware of the tangled web of intrigue surrounding them. As expected of fourth-level mutant beasts, Nan Ziying muses, even when physically immobilized, his mental prowess remains formidable. Observing the intricate illusions woven by these creatures, Nan Ziying marvels at his ability to conjure such vivid imagery. Without warning, a beast lunges at Nan Ziying, but with lightning reflexes, Nan Ziying evade the attack and swiftly incapacitate the creature with a single, precise strike. Nan Ziying realizes that as long as his mind remains impervious to the beast's control, these formidable creatures are nothing more than motionless targets. Contemplating his next move, Nan Ziying acknowledges the need for more malevolent energy to augment his innate abilities. Nan Ziying yearns for the beasts to unleash his full potential, eager to confront the true extent of his power. Suddenly, the beasts begin to emanate a sinister energy, enveloping Nan Ziying in its ethereal embrace. Memories flood Nan Ziying's consciousness, revealing fragments of a past life ravaged by the mutant beast's relentless onslaught. Despite wielding the immense power of the 10,000 races, Nan Ziying recalls his futile struggle against the leader of the mutants, a bitter reminder of past defeats and unfulfilled vengeance. In a moment of clarity, Nan Ziying shatters the illusion woven by the mutant beasts, asserting humanity's right to determine its own fate. The system recoils in astonishment, witnessing Nan Ziying's resilience against his malevolent energy. The system cautioned Nan Ziying against the perils of consuming such energy, warning of the descent into madness that awaits. Undeterred, Nan Ziying proclaims that harnessing this malign energy will serve as a catalyst to unlock his dormant potential. With determination in his eyes, Nan Ziying explains that activating his Azura talent and entering the Azura state will exponentially enhance both his physical and mental capabilities. Nan Ziying seized the opportunity, absorbing the swirling malevolent energy into his being. As the energy courses through Nan Ziying's veins, Nan Ziying unleashes his Azura skill, triggering a transformation that propels them to unprecedented heights. In a surge of power, Nan Ziying ascends to his pinnacle, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. The scene transitions to Lin Yukai, who receives an unexpected call from the guard. Anxious, Lin Yukai inquires about the status of Nan Ziying, wondering if the task has been completed. To Lin Yutsai's astonishment, the guard reveals that despite it being only 4 days since his departure, Nan Ziying has single-handedly vanquished all 5,000 4th-level mutant beasts. Shocked by this revelation, Lin Yukai probes further, seeking assurance about Nan Ziying's well-being. The guard reassures Lin Yukai, noting Nan Ziying's apparent fatigue but emphasizing his continued clarity of mind. With a note of caution, Lin Yukai instructs the guard to keep a vigilant watch over Nan Ziying, ready to intervene if any suspicious behavior arises. The implications weigh heavily on Lin Yutsai's mind as he contemplates the unexpected turn of events. Meanwhile, back at the Yi City branch, the officer is equally taken aback by Nan Ziying's remarkable achievement. As the officer ponders Nan Ziying's astonishing accomplishment, doubts linger. Recalling his thorough investigation before Nan Ziying's departure, the officer remains perplexed by how someone without any apparent psychic abilities could achieve such a feat. Meanwhile, Nan Ziying reflects on his newfound strength. With his Azura skill now at level 5 and a host of unlocked abilities, Nan Ziying feels the tangible growth in both physical prowess and mental fortitude. While Nan Ziying haven't yet reached level 6, Nan Ziying revels in the acquisition of his first Azura talent skill, realizing it opens doors to taming even higher-level beasts in the wilderness, hastening his plans. Aunt Wang voices her admiration for Nan Ziying's pivotal role in saving the Yi City branch from potential disgrace. She acknowledges the necessity of utilizing his skills, as certain higher-ups lack the capability to confront the mutant beasts themselves, relying on the Yi City branch for assistance. Nan Ziying's triumph, Aunt Wang suggests, has not only redeemed the branch but also solidified its importance in the eyes of those in power. Upon hearing Aunt Wang's remarks, Nan Ziying is jolted into awareness of potential adversaries lurking in the shadows, harboring resentment towards his successful completion of the task. The elevation of Nan Ziying's Azura talent level has sharpened his mental acuity, leading them to speculate about the officer's hidden abilities. Meanwhile, frustration gnaws at the officer, who grapples with the need to re-evaluate Nan Ziying's capabilities. The guard's reminder about the paramount importance of task completion above all else brings the officer up short. Going against Boss Lin Yutsai's directives by launching an investigation feels like a breach of protocol. The guard underscores the necessity of patience, emphasizing the need to defer to Boss Lin Yutsai's authority. Furthermore, the lingering mental residue from the mutant beasts presents a formidable obstacle to hasty action, potentially interfering with the officer's judgment. Dismissing the guard's warnings as nonsense, the officer asserts his intent to report directly to Boss Lin Yukai when the time is ripe. With a determined focus, the officer taps into his psychic abilities, probing Nan Ziying's mind. Sensing the intrusion, Nan Ziying braces themselves, recognizing the opportunity to put his Azura talent to the test. As the officer delves deeper into Nan Ziying's psyche, he is startled by the unexpected darkness that envelopes them. Perplexed, the officer expects to encounter mental entities, yet finds themselves in an eerie void. A voice breaks the silence, drawing the officer's attention. Turning, the officer is confronted by Nan Ziying's condensed malign energy, manifesting into a tangible mental entity. Shocked by this unforeseen development, the officer demands answers from Nan Ziying. Bewildered, the officer questions the nature of Nan Ziying's psychic abilities, puzzled by the discrepancy between his previous investigation and the current revelation. The officer struggles to comprehend how Nan Ziying could have amplified his malign energy in such a brief span. Desperate for answers, the officer presses Nan Ziying about his true identity. Unfazed, Nan Ziying dismisses the inquiry, asserting that the officer's intrusion into his mental realm was unwarranted. With a surge of malevolent energy, Nan Ziying retaliates, unleashing a relentless assault on the officer. Outside, chaos unfolds as the officer, consumed by madness, careens through the area, spouting nonsensical ramblings. Aunt Wang and the bystanders watch in shock, bewildered by the sudden transformation. The guard intervenes, recognizing the dire implications of the officer's erratic behavior. The guards swiftly incapacitate the officer with a decisive strike, averting potential harm to the Yi City branch inhabitants. As the dust settles, the guard apologizes for the disturbance, acknowledging the necessity of his actions to prevent further chaos and safeguard boss Lin Yotsai's reputation. Approaching Nan Ziying, the guard observes his unconscious form and assumes that Nan Ziying have succumbed to exhaustion. Concern creases the guard's brow as the guard contemplate the potential consequences of the officer's interference on Nan Ziying's ability to tackle the monsters. Determined to relay the situation to boss Lin Yukai, the guard departs, urging the others to maintain his efforts. As the guard leaves, Nan Ziying's lips curve into a serene smile. Unbeknownst to the guard, his departure heralds a momentous achievement. A notification flashes, announcing Nan Ziying's ascension to level 6 of his Azura skill. A few moments later, Nan Ziying's eyes flutter open to find the entire branch gathered around him. Aunt Li's joyous exclamation summons everyone to Nan Ziying's side, his relief palpable as he regains consciousness. Upon awakening, Nan Ziying turns to Xiao Lu, questioning the duration of his slumber. Xiao Lu's response reveals that Nan Ziying has been asleep for over 2 days. With the assembly huddled around, Aunt Wang reassures them that Nan Ziying's recovery signals no cause for alarm. She swiftly redirects his attention to the pressing tasks at hand, emphasizing the urgency of completing his work on schedule. Nan Ziying's curiosity piqued, he queries Aunt Wang about any new developments from Lin Yukai. Aunt Wang's response is grim. There have been no new arrivals of mutant beasts. Instead, half of the Yi City branch has been redirected to assist other factories, while the demands on the front line have intensified. Humanity's recent defeat at the 9th defense line has cast a shadow of despair, with Aunt Wang painting a bleak picture of the ongoing struggle on both land and sky. As Aunt Wang elaborates on the dire situation at the front line, Nan Ziying absorbs the grim reality. Soldiers stand little chance against the relentless onslaught of the 10,000 races mutant beasts. Even the formidable level 7 ability holder, Son of Thunder Punishment, barely survived, while the level 6 powerhouse, the Flame Giant, fell in battle. Nan Ziying reflects on the inevitability of defeat, yet is taken aback by the swiftness of humanity's collapse compared to his previous life. Aunt Wang shifts the conversation to recent events, recounting the skirmish between officers during a special mission 2 days prior. The higher-ups have rendered his verdict, absolving the Yi City branch of any blame and attributing the officer's downfall to mental manipulation by a monster. However, what Aunt Wang reveals next is even more pivotal. Before Nan Ziying can inquire further, Xiao Lu bursts in with news. Amidst the chaos, the branch unanimously elected Nan Ziying as the head of the Yi City Trail Tower branch, including those who went out to aid in the efforts. Xiao Lu presents Nan Ziying with the official appointment letter from the higher-ups, eliciting surprise from Nan Ziying. Aunt Wang emphasizes that this appointment is a collective recognition of Nan Ziying's efforts. She suggests that they abandon the familiar Nan Ziying in favor of the more formal Chief Nan. Soon, the room resounds with the unified address of Chief Nan, a symbol of solidarity and commitment. Encouraged by the show of support, Chief Nan rallies the team, urging them to redouble his efforts. Xiao Lu voices concerns about the increased workload and diminished manpower, fearing burnout among the staff due to the intensified demands for military supplies. Turning to Chief Nan for guidance, Xiao Lu seeks a plan of action. Chief Nan, contemplating the gravity of the situation, acknowledges the limitations of the Yi City branch workers. With the daunting task ahead, Chief Nan realizes the burden falls squarely on his shoulders. Armed with his level 7 beast-taming abilities and level 6 Azura talents, Chief Nan braces for the challenges that lie ahead. Utilizing beast-taming skills alongside strategic employment of /attribute techniques, Chief Nan envisions a path to doubling efficiency. With these methods, even under regular shifts, the influx of new tasks won't disrupt the schedule. Chief Nan sees this as not only a solution to his immediate challenges, but also a means to wield greater influence in dealings with Lin Yukai. Xiao Lu, however, voices concern over the sheer unreasonableness of the task, suggesting an appeal to the leadership. Undeterred, Chief Nan reassures them, expressing confidence in his ability to navigate the situation. Though surprised by Chief Nan's resolve, Xiao Lu implores caution, mindful of Chief Nan's recent recovery. Acknowledging his team's concerns, Chief Nan reassures them of his capability to overcome the obstacles ahead. Trusting in Chief Nan's leadership, The team pledges his support. Yet, amidst the reassurances, Chief Nan senses prick with awareness of an intruder in the room, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the gathering. Nan Ziying's instincts flare as he realizes the presence in the room doesn't belong to any member of the E-City branch. Bursting out, he scans his surroundings, searching for the intruder. But the space appears empty, devoid of any sign of the mysterious visitor. Determined to uncover the truth, Nan Ziying dashes outside in pursuit, only to find himself alone once more. Suddenly, a woman materializes behind him, startling Nan Ziying. Her abrupt appearance raises questions about her capabilities. With an air of authority, the woman interrogates Nan Ziying about his dealings with Lin Yukai. Nan Ziying, taken aback, deflects her inquiries, suggesting she direct her questions to Lin Yukai himself. But the woman persists, insinuating Nan Ziying's involvement in Lin Yotsai's schemes. Seizing the opportunity presented by the woman's distraction, Nan Ziying swiftly invokes his Azura talent, deflecting her attack with precision and agility. Caught off guard by Nan Ziying's countermove, the woman's expression morphs into one of surprise and admiration. Nan Ziying confronts the girl, questioning the assumption that he's an accomplice of Lin Yukai. The girl counters, demanding an explanation for Nan Ziying's apparent assistance to Lin Yukai. Nan Ziying clarifies that he's merely fulfilling the Yi City's assigned tasks, regardless of Lin Yotsai's questionable allegiance. Despite Lin Yotsai's status as his superior, Nan Ziying harbors no loyalty to him. Undeterred, the girl, introducing herself as Zhang Yuan from the 8th Defense Line Supply and Intelligence Section 2, proposes an alliance against Lin Yukai. She urges Nan Ziying to join forces, confident they both can neutralize Lin Yotsai's influence together. However, Nan Ziying remains steadfast in his refusal to collaborate with Yuan. Upon hearing Yuan's proposition, Nan Ziying stands firm in his refusal, adamant that he won't be part of the problem. He explains to Yuan that while dealing with Lin Yukai is imperative, the timing isn't right, and Yuan isn't the right partner for the task. Nan Ziying warns Yuan about the potential consequences of eliminating Lin Yukai, urging her to consider the fallout. Yuan presses for clarification, prompting Nan Ziying to outline the two potential approaches, assassination or internal whistleblowing. He cautions Yuan about the complexities of assassination, emphasizing the risk of failure and the repercussions if she's identified. Nan Ziying also highlights the drawbacks of internal whistleblowing, citing the current fragility of humanity's situation and the potential for damaging rumors to spread. Taken aback by Nan Ziying's insights, Yuan is left reeling, forced to reconsider her options in light of the harsh realities Nan Ziying presents. Nan Ziying elucidates the potential repercussions of internal discord, warning Yuan of the chaos it could unleash. Yuan, faced with the weight of the decision ahead, turns to Nan Ziying for guidance. In response, Nan Ziying assures Yuan that he will personally address the Lin Yukai situation. However, Yuan expresses doubt, citing Nan Ziying's status as a deserter and her own apprehension about confronting Lin Yukai. Undeterred, Nan Ziying unleashes his Azura skills, reminding Yuan of his recent sparring session. He asserts his newfound confidence, challenging Yuan to consider her chances against him. Startled by Nan Ziying's display of power, Yuan begins to comprehend the extent of his abilities. She realizes that Nan Ziying may possess the capacity to continuously strengthen himself, leaving her uncertain of her own capabilities in comparison. Nan Ziying, having said his piece, advises Yuan against hasty actions, reaffirming his commitment to dealing with Lin Yukai himself. Yuan reluctantly concedes to Nan Ziying's request, emphasizing the necessity of success in his endeavor. Nan Ziying affirms his agreement, assuring Yuan of his commitment to keeping his word. He pledges to rely on Yuan for the mutant beasts needed by the Yi City branch once he has dealt with Lin Yukai. Curious about Nan Ziying's requirements, Yuan inquires about the quantity of mutant beasts needed. She acknowledges Nan Ziying's current strength and his ability to remain formidable even on the battlefield. Yet, she expresses concern about Nan Ziying's intentions, questioning his allegiance and whether he harbors ulterior motives against humanity. Nan Ziying dismisses Yuan's suspicions, reassuring her that his allegiance lies firmly with humanity. He explains that while he is committed to driving out the 10,000 races, he acknowledges his own limitations in achieving this goal. Having bid farewell to Yuan, Nan Ziying leaves her with a lingering sense of unease. Despite his unsettling demeanor, Yuan finds herself inclined to trust him, drawn in by the sincerity reflected in his eyes. A few days later, Nan Ziying successfully completes the latest mission without a hitch. Lin Yukai, impressed by his efficiency, entrusts the Yi City branch with the next task, expressing hope for his continued success. As the team prepares for the new assignment, Xiao Lu voices her concerns about the increased difficulty level of the mutant beasts this time around. Reflecting on the previous struggles, she questions Nan Ziying's readiness for the challenge. However, Nan Ziying reassures Xiao Lu, exuding confidence in his ability to handle the task at hand. Lin Yukai, amused by Nan Ziying's straightforward demeanor, chuckles and praises Chief Nan's unwavering resolve. As Lin Yukai ponders the escalating demands for military supplies amidst the war's downturn, he sees an opportunity for lucrative gains. Encouraging Nan Ziying to excel, Lin Yukai assures him of his support, offering assistance whenever needed. He dangles the prospect of personal commendations for Chief Nan and his team if they perform admirably in the upcoming tasks. Nan Ziying wastes no time in mobilizing the team, directing them to prepare for work at the station. Lin Yukai, pleased with the bustling activity in Yi City, bids Nan Ziying farewell, promising to reconvene later. Alone with his thoughts, Nan Ziying contemplates the significance of the beasts dispatched to the Yi City branch. To him, they represent not just challenges, but opportunities for his own talent enhancement. With a surge of malign energy, Nan Ziying unleashes his alloy evil blade skill, swiftly dispatching the monsters sent by Lin Yukai. With each victory, Nan Ziying feels his Azura skills ascending to new heights. On March 20th, Eagleland's 8th Defense Line faced a relentless attack. After a prolonged and grueling battle that lasted for a total of 4 hours, a staggering 800,000 soldiers fell in combat. Despite this immense loss, Nan Ziying continued his valiant efforts, tirelessly defeating the encroaching monsters. During this time, he not only honed but significantly increased the prowess of his Alloy Fury Blade and Azura Berserker skills. Just 2 days later, on March 22nd, the 8th Defense Line stationed at the northern glacier succumbed to the overwhelming forces. The breach allowed the 10,000 races to invade the homeland, resulting in the loss of an additional 600,000 soldiers. Nevertheless, Nan Ziying remained undeterred. He persistently battled the monstrous foes, further enhancing his combat skills with each victory. By March 24th, the situation grew even direr as the southern glacier's 8th Defense Line came under attack from the formidable Steel Race. In a mere hour, the defense line collapsed and 500,000 soldiers were defeated. Yet, Nan Ziying's resolve did not waver. He continued his relentless strikes on the monsters, continually improving his combat abilities. The crisis reached its peak on March 26th when the defense lines of France and several other nations were also overwhelmed. In an astonishingly brief period of just half an hour, these lines were entirely defeated. Despite the catastrophic losses, Nan Ziying's determination never faltered. He unleashed the full power of his Azura skill, reaching its maximum level. In his final, decisive battle against the last wave of monsters in Yi City Monster Workshop, Nan Ziying employed his Azura Max level skill. With one powerful and precise strike, he managed to defeat all the remaining monsters. Nan Ziying reflects deeply, considering that the Azura Max level is exponentially different from his previous life experiences. The sheer power and capability of this level are beyond anything he had known before. After he turns off the Azura mode, Nan Ziying makes an important statement. The source stones harvested in recent days can now be effectively used for taming beasts. This development could be a significant advantage in their ongoing struggles. However, he also notes that Lin Yukai will be rich but will have no life to spend on it due to the continuous conflicts and danger. As Nan Ziying steps out, he joins everyone else to hear the latest news. The broadcast states that, at the moment, only the Eastern Alliance, the United States, and Mao country are still desperately holding on against the overwhelming forces. The situation is dire, and the Eastern Alliance has issued yet another urgent call for recruits to bolster their defenses. Hearing this alarming news, Nan Ziying contemplates the rapid collapse of their defenses. He realizes that, despite his powerful Azura talent, he is still just one person in a vast conflict. The urgency of the situation dawns on him, and he understands that he must plan his next moves quickly and strategically. Lin Yukai then enters the scene and informs Nan Ziying that he has completed the assigned tasks swiftly. He praises Nan Ziying for his improved efficiency, noting a significant enhancement in his performance. Lin Yukai then poses an important question to Nan Ziying, asking what official position he would like to assume given his skills and recent achievements. Nan Ziying, after considering the situation, responds with a surprising yet firm declaration. He wants Lin Yukai himself. Surprised to hear this, Lin Yukai asks Nan Ziying what he means. Nan Ziying explains that he wants Lin Yukai to go to the northern wilderness tonight and bring back a batch of steel wolves. He emphasizes that he wants to quickly finish off those beasts to gain a strategic advantage. Hearing this, Lin Yukai comments on Nan Ziying's impressive stamina and dedication to the mission. Lin Yukai then admits that he likes Nan Ziying's determination and spirit. Nan Ziying bows respectfully and says that he will leave this task to Commander Lin, trusting him with this crucial mission. Lin Yukai reassures Nan Ziying not to worry, promising to handle it effectively. However, in his mind, Lin Yukai thinks that if Nan Ziying tries to play any tricks or deceive him, he will not hesitate to eliminate him. The scene then shifts to the northern wilderness, where Nan Ziying, fully geared up and ready for action, reflects on the current situation. He recalls that as high-level espers awaken, the 10,000 races will soon launch assassination plots against them. This realization makes him understand that he must act even more discreetly and cautiously from now on to avoid any potential threats. Nan Ziying checks his status window and observes that the requirements for a beast tamer's upgrade are growing exponentially. Meanwhile, the bodyguard informs Lin Yukai that about 1,000 mutant wolves have been detected ahead and are within the range of the spatial teleportation device. This is a critical situation as the wolves are numerous and potentially dangerous. Hearing this, Lin Yukai quickly instructs his bodyguard to charge through the wolves and use the spatial teleportation device to teleport those mutant wolves straight into the nano cages. Suddenly, Lin Yukai hears a noise outside. Concerned, he listens closely as the bodyguard reports that a horde of steel wolves has surrounded their vehicles. Lin Yukai is shocked to see this unexpected development and wonders why there was no warning before. The situation has become even more precarious and immediate action is necessary. Lin Yukai then instructs his bodyguard to use the teleporter to move them to a safe place. However, the bodyguard explains that the teleporter can only operate within a 1-kilometer range. Unfortunately, the mutant wolves span at least 10 kilometers, which severely limits their options. This means their only viable option is to drive forward with determination and break through the sparse wolf pack ahead. If they can manage to do this, they might find a way out of this dangerous situation. Understanding the urgency, Lin Yukai tells his bodyguard to charge through the mutant beasts. Meanwhile, we see Nan Ziying, who observes the unfolding events and thinks that this is perfect timing for his plans. He believes that he should tame some of the mutant wolves and eliminate the nuisances in one decisive move. Then Nan Ziying releases his full-power beast-taming talent and successfully tames the wolves, causing them to stop moving around completely. Seeing this sudden change, the bodyguard informs Lin Yukai that there must be a beast tamer ahead, as the wolf packs have abruptly halted. Lin Yukai is elated upon hearing this news, sensing a potential ally. The bodyguard further remarks that he has never heard of such a powerful beast tamer emerging from Yi City. Lin Yukai, intrigued by this revelation, tells his bodyguard that this could be a hidden master. He suggests that they should go and meet this person, believing they might be useful to their cause. However, while Lin Yukai is making these plans, Nan Ziying has other intentions. After taming the wolves, he commands them to attack the convoy. The wolves, obeying Nan Ziying's orders, charge at the jeeps. The soldiers, caught off guard, start to shoot at the approaching wolves, but it is too late. The wolves overpower them and manage to take down 2 convoys. The bodyguard, realizing the severity of the situation, urgently tells Lin Yukai that it is becoming increasingly dangerous to stay there. Lin Yukai, understanding the peril they are in, instructs his bodyguard to teleport them immediately. They manage to teleport to a different location, but unfortunately, they still find themselves surrounded by a few mutant beasts. Seeing them approach, the mutant beasts charge aggressively at Lin Yukai and his vigilant bodyguard. Reacting swiftly, the bodyguard unleashes his formidable level 5 Esper spell, swiftly incapacitating the mutant beasts with a single decisive strike. Impressed by his bodyguard's skill, Lin Yukai immediately orders him to teleport them again, sensing more mutant beasts closing in on their location. However, the bodyguard cautions Lin Yukai about the limited capacity of the nanocage, expressing concern over their ability to sustain repeated teleportations. Undeterred by the challenge, Lin Yukai quickly devises a new plan, instructing his bodyguard to teleport them to the ancient city walls for safety. As they materialize at their new location, Nan Ziying steps forward to greet them unexpectedly. He remarks casually that he had been waiting, noting Lin Youcai's delayed arrival compared to his expectations. Taken aback by Nan Ziying's presence, the bodyguard turns to Lin Yukai, questioning the identity of this unexpected visitor. Lin Yukai and his bodyguard share a moment of astonishment as they realize it is indeed Nan Ziying standing before them. Lin Yukai confronts Nan Ziying directly, asking if he intends to eliminate him. Without hesitation, Nan Ziying confirms his intent, asserting his purpose with unwavering determination. Lin Yukai responds sternly, warning Nan Ziying that any attempt to harm him will result in immediate retaliation. Nan Ziying wastes no time and charges straight at Lin Yukai, swiftly bypassing the bodyguard with determined agility. In one swift move, Nan Ziying seizes Lin Yukai, catching him off guard. Witnessing this sudden attack, the bodyguard reacts instinctively, rushing to aid Lin Yukai and initiating his teleportation spell. However, in a surprising display of skill, Nan Ziying activates his Azura Dragon ability, countering and effectively blocking the bodyguard's teleportation attempt. With a decisive strike, Nan Ziying swiftly takes down the bodyguard, leaving Lin Yukai stunned and horrified by the unexpected turn of events. As Lin Yukai tries to apologize in his shock, Nan Ziying remains resolute and unmoved. Ignoring any pleas or explanations, Nan Ziying also takes down Lin Yukai. After successfully dealing with Lin Yukai, Nan Ziying reflects that all immediate concerns have been addressed. He summons his newly tamed mutant wolves, expressing satisfaction as he pats them for their performance. Nan Ziying then gives the command for the wolves to proceed to the northern wilderness and gather source stones on his behalf. Obediently, the wolves depart from the scene, following Nan Ziying's directive. The narrative shifts to Yi City's warehouse, where Yuan approaches Nan Ziying with news about Lin Yukai and his team. Yuan informs Nan Ziying that they encountered a beast tide near the northern wilderness the previous day, resulting in their entire team being overwhelmed and taken down. Yuan poses a direct question to Nan Ziying, asking if he had any involvement in the incident. Nan Ziying confirms that he had indeed approached Lin Yukai for the acquisition of a few mutant wolves. Intrigued by Nan Ziying's capabilities, Yuan asks if Nan Ziying possesses the ability to control beasts as well. Nan Ziying responds cryptically, implying that certain abilities or knowledge should remain undisclosed for strategic reasons. Yuan informs Nan Ziying that she has already taken proactive steps by submitting evidence of Lin Youcai's embezzlement earlier that morning. She anticipates that Lin Youcai's assets will soon be seized as a result of these actions. Nan Ziying tells Yuan, "That's good to hear." Yuan responds by saying that whatever the case, she owes Nan Ziying a debt of gratitude. She then suggests going out for a drink. Nan Ziying declines, explaining that he's not in the mood due to the nation's imminent crisis. However, Nan Ziying suggests another way Yuan can show her appreciation. Curious, Yuan asks what Nan Ziying has in mind. Nan Ziying explains that he would like Yuan to transform this place into Yi City's largest monster workshop, capable of accommodating 10 to 100 times more mutant animals and monsters than any other workshop. Impressed by the idea, Yuan acknowledges the potential benefits, especially given the shortage of frontline supplies. She assures Nan Ziying that the higher-ups would likely support this initiative and agrees to take charge of making it happen. The scene transitions to the following day at the fourth workshop, where Nan Ziying has unleashed his full-power Azura skill. He reflects on the genius of turning this location into a monster workshop and anticipates that harvesting source stones from mutated animals will be straightforward for him. Nan Ziying contemplates that with the capture of the steel giant wolves, he will soon be capable of organizing a massive million-beast tide. The scene shifts to 2 days later, revealing that Nan Ziying has advanced to become a level 7 beast tamer. He has successfully tamed approximately 100,000 level 5 steel wolves, and has also accumulated a substantial 1.9 million tameable source stones. Transitioning to the northern wilderness, Nan Ziying demonstrates his growing prowess by taming an impressive 500,000 steel wolves. He strategically commands the wolves to remain unified until he summons them to safeguard the northern wilderness and protect their domain. The narrative then shifts to the White Bone Plains, where Nan Ziying confronts formidable level 6 blazing steel yaks. Employing his adept taming skills, Nan Ziying effectively gains control over the steel yaks. After successfully taming them, he issues clear directives. The steel yaks are to secure the White Bone Plains, gather source stones diligently, refrain from harming humans or attacking cities, and await further instructions. Then we witness Nan Ziying, who has achieved the status of a level 8 beast tamer. He has successfully tamed an impressive array: 500,000 level 5 steel wolves and 500,000 level 6 blazing steel yaks. The scene transitions to Rift Canyon, where Nan Ziying contemplates his next move. He calculates that with the remaining 1 million source stones, he could potentially tame a group of level 7 mutated rampant apes from the canyon depths. As expected, Nan Ziying soon realizes that the aura emanating from these level 7 beasts surpasses that of the wolves and yaks he has tamed. In a tense moment, one of the apes lunges at Nan Ziying. Swiftly evading the attack, Nan Ziying employs his tame spell in an attempt to subdue the creature. To his dismay, the taming process fails, and he finds himself encircled by the hostile apes. Seeing this, Nan Ziying realizes that he will need to defeat these apes in battle before attempting to tame them. He employs his Azura skill and strikes down one of the apes with a single decisive blow. However, just as he does, Nan Ziying hears a roar, and more apes emerge to confront him. Recognizing the roar as the likely reason for his previous failed taming attempt, Nan Ziying understands that eliminating these lesser apes would be futile without first dealing with the boss behind them. Nan Ziying swiftly decides to charge toward the source of the roar. Suddenly, apes attack him from both sides, but Nan Ziying evades their strikes and takes them down effortlessly with precise counterattacks. He eventually reaches the location where the ape leader resides. Nan Ziying is taken aback by the sheer size of the ape leader. He feels the immense pressure emanating from the creature and knows that he would not be able to withstand it if not for his Azura skill. Seeing the leader, Nan Ziying estimates that the ape leader must be at least 9th level or possibly higher. Without hesitation, the ape leader charges at Nan Ziying with full force. However, Nan Ziying skillfully blocks the ape leader's attack with his sword. He then deflects another strike from the ape leader, but the formidable creature manages to grab Nan Ziying and slam him forcefully into the ground. Undeterred, Nan Ziying rises to his feet, fueled by determination and a growing anger. He resolves to assert his dominance over the ape leader. Nan Ziying channels his Azura skill to its maximum level, enveloping himself in a blazing red aura of power. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the Paranormal Investigation and Monitoring Agency. Chun, a level 5 Azura Perception Esper, converses with her elder sister, Su Long, who is also a level 5 Azura Perception Esper. Chun asks Su Long if she is certain about the intense feeling she experienced earlier. Su Long confirms that her intuition regarding the overwhelming killing intent cannot be mistaken. They discuss the directives from their superiors, who have instructed them to closely monitor Yi City in recent days. Su Long tells Chun to stop referring to her as her elder sister, as they are the same age. Chun jests that she is merely being polite by not calling Su Long auntie. Suddenly, Su Long senses something and alerts Chun that there is incoming activity. She instructs Chun to initiate a trace back to the southwest of Yi City, specifically in the Rift Canyon. Upon hearing this, Chun activates her traceback spell. Simultaneously, the scene shifts to Nan Ziying engaged in battle with the boss ape. Nan Ziying easily overpowers and defeats the ape leader, a victorious smile crossing his face. Back at the agency, Chun is astonished by what she sees. Su Long, equally surprised, asks Chun to clarify what she has just witnessed. Chun explains that she saw what appeared to be an Azura demon,